Preparations for Nate are underway along the Gulf Coast. A state of emergency has been declared for 29 counties in Florida, as well as in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, and New Orleans. Those areas are home to almost 12 million people. A mandatory curfew goes into effect in New Orleans tonight at 7 o'clock local time. Michelle Miller is there. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. I'm here along the banks of Lake Pontchartrain, and the waves are kicking up pretty good here. In addition to that curfew that you mentioned, the mayor of New Orleans has also issued a mandatory evacuation order for anyone living outside of the city's flood protection system. We're looking at the wall just to my left here, and we should know that officials closed some 200 floodgates overnight ahead of a storm surge that's expected to be as high as 10 feet. Water. It's already spilling onto streets in the Venetian Isles neighborhood of New Orleans. It's an unusually high tide. Residents here have until noon today to leave. That's when the neighborhood comes under a mandatory evacuation order.
Can't call anybody, not coming, But so it is a good idea to leave for most people.
Others have already left their homes. The first evacuees began arriving at this shelter in Plaquemines Parish. About 20 were here by late Friday night, with more expected to come.
Take very good care of us. That's why they open these centers, so we can have a place to go. And I appreciate that.
While lines at the gas pumps formed on Friday, many in New Orleans had their minds on the city's water pumps. Nearly 10% of them are offline. But Mayor Mitchell Andrews says the city is ready.
Can you guarantee the people of New Orleans that that pumping system will work as it should?
As a matter of fact, I can. We have plenty enough power and plenty enough pumping capacity to handle those potential rain events.
20-year New Orleans resident Kathy Adams spent the day packing sandbags. She's hoping they'll keep the water out of her property, but if Nate worsens, she won't be there to see what happens. So when you heard about Nate, what went through your head?
Start packing because I don't want another Katrina. If you look at my car, I'm packed, ready to go.
Packed, ready to go.
Clothes is in a car, in the suitcases.
Rain was one concern, but really folks west of that eye wall are concerned about wind, and with wind comes power outages. So folks here in New Orleans are urging residents to have supplies and to stockpile them that will keep them in supply for at least a week. Anthony?
All right, Michelle Miller in New Orleans. Thanks, Michelle.